rationalization. Those aren't valid reasons. You know what I mean? But to those people, in their mind, it is. You know what I mean? And like, that's where this whole like battle begins, where people are like, "Well, no, this is so." This is the thing I would say about this Piers Morgan, like that specific
I don't
scenario.
really fuck with Pierce that much. I just thought
No,
it was
I don't.
kind of.
I don't
He's
either.
just doing that
I'm
at like
not-
the journalism where he's like ambushing this person who probably doesn't know much about.
I'm
like,
not pro or
but-
against. This thing. I'm
just
not
thought
pro
it was
or
funny.
against people unless it's like they're doing heinous things. You know what I mean? Like I'm against Jeffrey Epstein. I'm against
yeah,
like
yeah.
Hitler. I'm against like
The
people
island.
Mao Zedong.
We could get
like,
into that.
Anybody like lots of people throughout history who like make a conscious choice to do harm and wrong to other people. You know what I mean? Knowing
Yeah.
that it's just going to do harm and wrong out of ego or arrogance or like tyranny or fucking maniacness,
Power, money hungry,
power, yeah, like all that shit, right?
addiction.
Some people just do fucked up shit because they just want to like see shit burn. You know what I mean? And that's fine. Like I get that that's part of the chaos of existence, but
which is
those
fucked.
those would be the people that I'm against that person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But everybody else, it's like, yo, they're just saying shit. So like I said, it's up to us to figure out like what are they saying. So in that example, he's trying to put that person down and be like, yo, you think you're better than us because you're a vegetarian. Well, they still fly your fucking avocados. They still fly this. They still fly that. Well, yeah, dumb fuck. But they also fucking fly beef. And they fly lamb from New Zealand.
Yep.
And they fly beef from Alberta. And they fucking fly all these other meats, which are still more carbon consumptive.
Yeah.
Because you think the animals got to eat the plant mass. Physics, bro. Chemistry. Well, it's physics, but law of thermodynamics. No energy can be created or destroyed, merely transformed / transferred. You know what I mean? So if you're going to eat the animal, you're eating the animal because the animal ate enough plants. It ate all the plants and chose all these things out of the plants that it was like, this is what I need to live. So then we assume in eating this animal, if I eat its flesh, then I'm going to, in fact, get all the nutrients that I need to live. And that's where that
That's cool,
I
man.
don't think necessarily equates. It does for some genetics, it doesn't for others, right? Because some people grew up in places of abundance where vegetation was abundant. And they knew that they could eat these roots or these vegetables.
Well, you're not
going
to eat a skinny ass rabbit out in the wild. You're gonna eat a fucking nice plump one.
right? And or you're also not going to take the time and energy to go chase a fast fucking rabbit and try and kill it when there's a carrot right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're
Okay,
like, oh, I can eat this fucking.
yeah.
I saw the rabbit eating the carrot, so I tried the
It's
carrot,
almost kind of
and I was like,
barbaric,
whoa,
you're right. It's just
like,
yeah.
so.
Sorry, are you meat eater? You
Oh
do-
yeah, yeah, yeah. I eat
but
meat all the time.
Sometimes I do contemplate about not eating meat because this one statement this guy said, he's like, if it has eyes, a brain, and a heart or whatever,
Yeah.
it's not food. And I was like, oh fuck. And I was like, wow. I was like, but I love meat. I love meat. I don't think it's really bad for me or anything like that. And I'm not.
You know, you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna find professionals that tell you one way. You're gonna find professionals that tell you the other way.
Yeah.
So my thing is, it's about balance. It's about not one size fits all. There are 8 billion people on this planet. That is 8 billion variations of DNA, and some people, like I said, like Inuit people have lived and they live for quite a long time, happily and healthily, for as much as we can determine health. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are we gonna say that just because someone lived longer, they lived healthier? Like, say you were a stronger, more formidable, more resilient person for the time that you lived, and this other person was just a soft sap of a person who couldn't stand in the elements, strong wind, the rain hurt their face, they couldn't swim, they couldn't jump off a cliff, they couldn't run.
Who's gonna carry the boats?
You know what I mean?
Who's gonna
They
carry
couldn't-
the
no,
boats?
but I'm saying like they lived in this machine world where like
know
their
what I'm
stuff
talking
was
about?
grown by machines and
Do you know what I'm talking
No,
about?
no,
Oh,
it's-
that guy who's like that army guy who's like 300 pounds and he like ran all
Yeah.
these marathons and he's like super fit now and he's just like when he works out he screams, "Who's gonna carry the boats?"
yeah, for
And
sure.
I just feel like do you go to the gym or you
Yeah,
do
no, I go to the
you
gym,
do
yeah.
Muay Thai too, eh?
I did Muay Thai for a little bit. I do jiu-jitsu now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Sorry,
is
I just
very,
mean
very rewarding
there
and
are a
very
bunch
humbling.
of bitches in the world
Yeah.
and then like I'm trying to go to the gym and be the best that I can fucking be, and I want to try to get into that shit. I actually want to do boxing a little bit more, but sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
Go ahead.
We're doing fine. What were we what were we talking about?
I interrupted you about stoner moment.
So, as a side note, like it'd be dope if there was like an app that would like annotate what we're saying as we say it and just write it out, and then that way in this moment you could be like, what were we talking about? And you could just
Oh my
scroll
God.
down a bit
Yeah,
and
dude.
like in the conversation be like, oh yeah, you were talking about this. Here's the last thing you said. You know
So
what I mean?
there's one of these things I was going to use for sponsors. It's like a professional teleprompter.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think
Oh,
that you'd
sick.
be able to like have everything
Have
in there. And
that,
I could
yeah,
just
and
bring
it'd
it
be
back
like
up.
there. And, you
And
just bring it
over
back up.
time, I'm gonna. Understand what it's
But
gonna
this
be
is
like when
this
you're
is
in
the
your
thing.
30s.
No, because I
Holy
have friends.
fuck.
I have friends who learned. This is the sad part. A lot of the friends I have that will tell me stories about why they are so much more street smart than